Still Gateway Rob?
Hey, what's her name? Met her at Disc Golf, at Disc South. Cass here.
Me?
So that's, you guys still gonna be all talking. It's fine.
We're not stressing.
Relax.
It's been
Relax.
I don't know if this is this.
We'll go back. The camera on? Welcome, Alamo City. Welcome back to the Disc and That podcast show. Welcome back. We're so stoked to be here with our guest, Mr. Eric Ruiz, with our co-host here, Mr. C-Rod.
What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all missed us. We missed y'all. I know it's been a while, but
Everybody's been waiting.
we're excited. Sorry, some headphone issues, so we're just gonna, go flow without it. But yeah, glad to be back. We have a lot of great topics to talk about. I'll let Rob get into it.
So welcome back. We've been on a hiatus for what 2 years? It's been a good minute, and we got
It's been 2 years?
Man, it's been close. It's been a year and a
been a
half.
year.
It's right. It's been a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
So
Time goes by fast. So.
I was hiding, so now we're back, and we're trying the live thing. So please,
We
bear
found
with us. We found him. Yeah, I was hiding. So no, please bear with us. We're still trying to learn all the technology, even though we put 3 days into it. We're still kind of messing with the sound and messing with the audio quality. So promise you it'll get better. But feedback is always welcome. Trust me.
We were just very eager to kind of get back out to y'all, especially with the season starting. There's a lot coming up. So we just kind of wanted to, kind of jump right in, get our feet wet, and go from there, kind of how we
Crash and
started
burn.
season
Do what
one.
we gotta do.
Yeah.
But we
Trial
have.
and error.
Yeah, no. We got a very special guest, Mr. Eric Ruiz.
Special.
Creator and founder of Disc Golf Ratings Lab. It's a big trend right now, man. You haven't heard about it. Check it out. Eric's going to talk a little bit about it. He'll let you know how to get it, whatnot. But we're excited to kind of dig into it. Like I said, I'm seeing pros sign up, amateurs sign up, people who've been doing this a long time, people who have just started with this. So, yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see. This is our first time hearing about all this, so it's kind of good to get a first-hand look at everything and also hear it along with y'all. So, you want to get into it?
So, Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what you're about and what you do and how you were able to do this app. Dude. Like that. You've done some league stuff too, local league.
Yeah,
Tell us
local
on
league
that
stuff.
a little bit. I know you were really into the automation and things like that for points and stuff like that for league.
But tell us who Eric is.
Who Eric is? Not the
Yeah.
app right now. We'll jump into that in a minute.
Just tell us a little bit about it.
Tell us who Eric is
So,
and-
San Antonio native, born and raised. I'm 40 now, so I'm going into MP40. Get to fight with the big boys. Yeah. I was a post-COVID disc golfer. So, actually, the way I got into it is, I met my wife playing soccer, and then her cousin was stationed here in San Antonio. His wife was stationed here in San Antonio. But he owned a disc golf company. He owns Elevation Disc Golf.
Oh, yeah,
the rubber disc. So, everybody knows I put with rubber in San Antonio. I think you know that. And that's actually why.
The
He
cheater disc.
Yeah. He put those are the first discs he put on my hand, And so it's kind of funny. I always tell everybody, like, now, I'm the opposite though. Like, if you give me plastic putters, it feels
weird.
the reaction that people have to putter to rubber.
Yeah.
I can't putt with this. That's my reaction to plastic.
I like the way it feels in my hand, honestly. I like the way
They
those
feel great.
elevation discs feel in the hand. They're real floppy and like for rollaways or perfect.
Yeah.
I would love putting with something like that. I'd like to put with a softer putter.
I will say you've been diehard with them since I've known you.
Yeah.
So that's always good.
I've
seeing
never
someone, like,
done
stick
a
behind you.
one. I've had a couple stints with plastic, but it's been like maybe 1 or 2 rounds just for fun. And then glow, I'll put with something like a range,
Yeah.
But I can do it, but it's not.
So like,
If you haven't tried,
Anyway.
I'm sorry. If you haven't tried elevation disc, take a look at them. Like I said, I know this is going to be out where some people haven't heard of the brand. Check them out. Really cool brand, really cool disc. Who's that? Austin, right?
Yeah, Austin Bonacci. Yeah, he's in West Virginia.
Great over there. So
yeah, he was here, and he moved. Him and his wife moved.
Yeah, they moved. Yeah, so he's doing he's doing some inventive stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Like he's sticking with it. So a lot more things.
Very innovative.
Yeah, but anyway, I had to give him a shout out. That's how I got into disc golf, and then actually the first couple times I played, I wasn't really like a big fan of it. I was like, that's cool. I connected with a cousin or my new cousin, I guess, and then he told me there was these things called like minis and tournaments and stuff, and I was like, you got me. Yeah, I'm competitive. I play soccer all my life and sports in general, right? So super competitive. So I went out to a mini, and then I was just hooked.
Yeah,
I couldn't stop after that.
So disc golf, you've grown a love for it, right?
Yeah.
How's the technology? Like, what are your background there? Like, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been a software engineer for, now 15, 16 years,
With a company? Or?
Yeah. So I work for HEB locally. Headquarters, obviously, I'm a software engineer for them. Prior to that, I was working with 2 other companies in San Antonio. They're startups and stuff. Went back to college for it and whatnot. I actually did go back to college for like 6 years, and then that's when I became a software engineer. And then, since the beginning, man, like whatever I was into, I was always trying to make apps or websites and stuff like that.
Trying to be real creative.
Yeah, trying to be creative. It was like a creative outlet. It was like work, but also the creative space outside, right? Like, so
you created a game one time too, right?
Yeah, we did a game for fun. Yeah. But and I felt like that had potential to be successful. I don't enjoy game development. Like I legitimately don't. So I find myself like, there's all these ideas, and I know it probably could be great, but it's not exciting to me. You know what I mean? If it's not exciting, it's hard to like to keep doing something.
Yeah.
That work into it.
Yeah, that's a whole different, because I know you do a lot of updates now and keep up with it, but
yeah,
I would feel you have to stay like 24/7 on something.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So
like the connection to where did the idea come from for Disc Golf Ratings Lab? For those of you that don't know, I'll let you tell it a little bit about it. But just in general, it's new and out there for disc golf ratings for the PDGA. You get a rating. For those of you that aren't familiar with the PDGA, you get a rating based on how you play, how the conditions are, how hard the course is, who's playing there. Do you have a lot of
compared to those players,
relevant, and basically it gives you a bar as to where you land.
Grade, pretty much.
Yeah, where you're landing relative to everybody, right? So if I'm not mistaken, what Eric has done is kind of compiled a lot of that information from the PDGA, and kind of you can share with your buddies. You can kind of predict where your next update rating is going to go, and kind of just. I may be mis-selling that, but just kind of...
Tell us more,
That's kind of like, that's kind of our roots, right? I like to say that now because I think that's what we were born as, is the ratings projection. Because, obviously there's a ton of tools out there. So this kind of ties into how it came about, because there's the Chrome plugin, and then there's a couple spreadsheets that I found online that kind of do a ratings projection for people. So I would use the Chrome plugin, but like I'm very competitive and I want to know, like I would shoot around, and then I'd want to like punch it in right then and there after I walk off, and I want to know, right? But like the Chrome plugin, you got to use it on desktop, so I have to wait till I get home. Maybe I'm in Austin, or like maybe I'm at the Zip and you have no like reception, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm stuck, right? So that was the initial motivation. It was not necessarily.
You wanted to know where you stood, like, damn, I shit the bed.
I wanted to know how bad my rating was hit, right? Like right away.
Do I need to tank my rating 90 points?
I wanted to cry on the way home instead of when I got home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we all get eager, like, we wait every month for ratings updates. So I mean,
what is it? The second week? It's the second week.
It's the second Tuesday of every month. But I mean, now it's any Tuesday with Disc Golf Ratings Lab. I have been using it. Eric told me about it. We played a round at McLean one time, and it's when he was first developing it. It's before he could. I loved all the additions. I remember one of the things that was like, oh man, after I exit, it takes off my rounds that I tried putting in. So he made that update. Hey, I want to see how I compare with my friends. He made that update. So he's listening to everyone, what you want. It's been really cool so far. So like for people like me that are very impatient, it's definitely a tool you need to have to kind of just literally see where you're going week to week, as opposed to having to wait monthly. But but like your idea behind it, like what drove that?
Yeah, so I mean that's what kind of motivated it, and then I mean other people just I shared it with a few people, and at the time when it was just a website, and I think people were like, oh, like it'd be cool if I could see my stats next to it, so I started pulling in stats from PDGA, but that wasn't official. Like I wasn't partnered with the PDGA.
Are you partnered with the PDGA now?
Yeah, I'm partnered with the PDGA.
Wow, how did that? Like, what does that process look like?
Yeah, I mean it was just really like me building something and then putting it out there. And the first time I put it out there to the public, like Reddit and people like there's just immediate like criticism for things, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so like, a lot of people were, this already exists and blah blah. So I got a bunch of kind of like negative, right? Like negativity, or like why would I use this? And then some people were like, hey, well, are you partnering with the PDGA for this data? And if you're not, like, you can get in trouble. And like, this is kind of the reactions I got, which is fine. I'm not mad about it. It's the internet. But they did motivate me to like just reach out to the PDGA. So I reached out to them and I sent them, what I had built up to that point. And I said like, hey, I'm interested, like can you help me out? And I didn't expect a reaction. And then 2 weeks later, but they responded and they were like, a gentleman got in contact with me and was like, hey, let's get it on a call in a week. And I was like, all right. And I didn't know what to expect. And then,
like a conference call?
Yeah, a conference call, like a Zoom from PDGA. He's like lead over there for a lot of the IT and data for the PDGA.
He's like, I need to see the person who's out doing the
and he was just supportive, man. We got on a call. Yeah, we got on a call, and he's like, I like what you're doing, and
I dig it. Right?
Yeah, I dig it, and we want to help you. Like, what do you need? And I was just like, easy, I need to get access to your data easier, like officially through your systems. And he's like, yeah, we do that. And so he gave me access, set up my credentials and all that. And then boom, like I was pulling their data.
So is it like if you're an employee kind of thing, log in where you get into there and then you can access the data? Or not?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's not necessarily an employee, but like their data, they have certain stuff that's public, like PDGA Live. When you look at PDGA Live, you're looking at scores. Those are public things, so anybody can see that and like access it if you know how. But then there's some additional stuff like pulling your rating history and all that. That has a URL that you can hit to get it, but you need credentials to get in. So they give me credentials that say I'm authorized to pull that data behind the scenes, aside from the website. You know what I mean? So he just set me up with that.
That's awesome. That information is very useful, but you also where you can follow your friends. You can follow. I know I follow Chris. I follow my brother. I know where their ratings at. So on ratings updates day, we're like, hey dude, you went up like 5 points. Hey, you went down 20.
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean? But it's been exciting to see that. And but not only that, but you can plug in the actual app. And it started as a web-based, and then now it's an app. Or which one is it? Like,
it started web-based.
Almost an app, right?
Now it's an app.
Because I have the app. That's what I was like. Because at first I was a little confused because I went into the web page and then it says download this. And then it seemed to evolve like almost overnight. And I was like, hey, that's different. And it was an app. All of a sudden, I was able to download the app. So how did that transition?
App Store. Yeah, so I think we started as a website mainly because, like, in the world of coding, like, building websites is much faster.
Efficient.
And like, faster. And not from, like, a loading perspective, but, like, when I make a change, I can make that available right away to people, right? When you deploy through the iOS or the Google Store, every new version you put up, they have to approve it. So it's usually like 24 to 72 hours before they approve it. So even if I just like misspelled something, and I'm like, I misspelled that and I just got approved. Like now I gotta get it reapproved again and have to wait 24. And on top of that, you have to pay $100 a year for each store. So that's $200. So I'm like, when I first started, I'm like,
I'm not trying to monetize this, but I'm not trying to lose money.
We don't even know where it's going, right? So like, why would I do that, right? And so, and I'm sure there's going to be like a lot of mobile developers out there, people who like develop apps only. There's developers out there who only focus on mobile. They have the processes down, and they probably like, this is easy to do.
Doing it for years.
They've been doing it for years or whatever. I've been a web developer and software engineer for like years, and we primarily focused on web. So like that's where my strength is. So I'm going to start there. But yeah, in the past few months, we were like, we hit 1,000 users, and then I was like, man, I think this is really valuable to have as an app because there's things I want to do for people that I can't do on the web, like push notifications, location sharing, things like that, right? And so, you know, a lot of people are asking for certain types of things that would require push notifications. You can't do that in a web browser.
Oh yeah.
You have to do it with.
So the other thing I noticed that was new was that now there's a pro version, and I think there's a subscription. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that, how that works, and like what the difference is and stuff like, so that our audience can kind of understand what the benefits are, and then kind of like, you know, how that functions.
Yeah, and I don't want to like undersell it right now, but you know, a lot of people are reaching out and asking like, man, this is awesome. I love what you're doing. I want to keep it going. I want to support you, right?
Of course.
And I didn't have a way, and I'm still kind of shying away from ads right now. And so I was like, well, you know, there's probably a couple of things like comparing and some of the history things that you can do with your plans that I could probably gate behind, you know, the pro version to like improving experience for people who want to support and maybe get a little extra. So let's start here. But the vision for like pro is to grow a little bit larger. But the primary difference today is really like, if you use the planner, which is for the people who are like, I want to be 1,000 rated in 12 months. How do I get there? And you can set up a
goal setting.
Yeah, but they're like, well, I want like 5 different plans because I want to set up 1,000, 980, 970. Like, you know what I mean? It allows them to do that.
Yeah.
And then there's the compare players feature where like right now we allow you to compare like yourself up to like, or multiple people up to like twice a day. So you can like set up a scenario
where you stack up against
where you stack up against others. But if there's someone who just wants to sit there all day and like compare against every single person in the PDGA, well, then you get on pro, and then now you have full access to do that. And it's just because there's some extra cost incurred with like holding all this extra data and stuff like that. So like,
and that's, I mean, it's your time. I mean, you wouldn't expect you to do this for free, and I guess got to start somewhere. And you know, definitely supportive of you, and let him know that we've asked him to be a sponsor for the year, so we'll be showing your ads and stuff like that. And we'll get together with him, and definitely support you always.
Yeah, appreciate it.
What that look like and everything like that. So quick question, like how long has this whole process taken you since, you know, day one? Like how's it going in the works?
I was gonna look at my phone because I think the first time I ever put hands on keyboard to start writing DJ Ratings app was probably like August 2nd of 2025. So really not.
So pretty quickly.
Yeah. Because I think I started writing code August 2nd. It didn't go live like online for people to access it until I think probably like August 20th or something like that, around there. But I don't know if y'all. I don't know if you ever got to see the original version, but it looks completely different from what it looks like today.
From the very beginning, man. I've been following it from the very beginning.
It was like black and white.
I remember it was like the grayish kind of color or whatever.
So,
like I said, you could at that time I don't think you could compare people. And then, like I said, you put in your ratings. Once you like left the page or so, it would erase those ratings and then you know, go back. So yeah, lots of process there. So I mean, what's the end goal here, right? Like
what's next? Like what's coming up?
Yeah. What's the plan?
Man, am I supposed to reveal this stuff right now?
No.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. No, I don't mind sharing. Like, we're kind of shifting, you know, okay, so you want me to be like the detail, like the mind of like, I'm building this product, right? Like,
I guess like, what's the end result that you want to see from it? Like, do you want to see it mainly used by hams? Are you trying to
tailor it towards pros or both? Or?
It's for everybody, man. Like, that's the beauty of this, right? Is that I'm truly building it for everybody. And this is where the mindset comes in, the mind shift that we're making, because there's a couple of competitors that have come out, right?
Okay. Do you feel that they've come about since you've come out?
Yes, okay. I feel like that. Maybe they had the idea before me, but I feel like I was the first one to like launch. You know what I mean? And then suddenly, like, boom, like a few stat websites come up,
Facebook, right?
Yeah, and so, but yeah, so like right now the thing is we're a tool, right? So think about a tool, you know. A hammer. When do you use that hammer? Right? Do you pick it up every day and look at it like before you leave your house or anything? Like, not really, right? You pick it up when
unless you're a roofer.
Yeah, unless you're a roofer, I guess.
Yeah.
You pick it up when you need to use it, right? But the thing is, like, that doesn't help engagement, right? And so like, what can we do differently to like help keep people engaged so that they feel like this is something is valuable? It goes beyond the tool.
For instance, like the PDGA. No offense, PDGA. I mean, this is not for years, but like. A lot of people tend to just look when it's ratings update.
When it's ratings update, and then you're kind of like, you're good, right?
Or when a rule comes into play.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Well, like if you can move sticks and stuff, right? Like, yeah. So I think we're starting to look into the social aspect of it, right? You know, how do we?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, how do we keep people engaged with each other? And I think this is fun stuff for people, right? Because today the platform for disc golf is really, you know, your PDGA rating and maybe you disc a little bit, right? And then that's really it.
And I think you just kind of try to do the same thing with their own ratings since they went their separate ways with UDisc and now they went for PDGA Live.
Right.
I think they're trying to do something similar with, you know, the networking and sending you milestones and sending you your growth reports and this is how many courses. I think they're doing a good job of that. But like as far as the networking, I think there's components of that you're trying to tap into.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, imagine, you know, you have DG Ratings Lab and you're following all your friends. And so now, right now, the following friends is really just like checking their rating at the end. So it's still just a monthly thing. But now imagine you're sitting there and you get a notification. You're like,
you suck.
Yeah. You're like, you know, homie Chris just shot a hot round or whatever. Or
that was dope.
Just dropped like, you know, 20 points or whatever, right? Or like, he just aced this hole, right? Or, hey, Rob put in 100 putts today. What are you going to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine that interaction where you can start really seeing that and then being
the social component of it.
Yeah, you and Rob just tapped out today, and he shot 2 strokes better than you. You know, here's some of the variations of like, you know, here's the score differential, right? Or here's his putting stats. And something the PDGA is interested in, at least from what I understand, is that they want more people to start keeping those stats. You know, you can keep your stats during the round.
Right, yeah.
And so we're going to tap into a little bit more of those stats so that, you know, if we do that, we start painting better pictures for people, right? Like, you know, somebody shared this with me, so I'm not going to say this was my unique idea, but I won't say who unless they want to comment that later. But, you know, what if, you know, once a month we can take a look at someone's like profile and see their stats or whatnot, and then like have a pro come on and say like, okay, so looking at this person's profile, like, you know, what would you say they need to work on? Or like somebody in this profile, right? And I have a new grid coming out where it shows the weighting on like your strengths. So
like if you're taking C1.
If you are taking those stats, and this is where I think it's valuable for you to start, it might motivate people to start taking those stats. Because they're like, oh, I want to know what my strengths are right now.
Where can I get better?
From 32 to 40, I suck.
Yeah.
And from 28 and in, like I'm money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty solid there. Or in Chris's
not
case,
real stats, the 15 footers. Oh, yeah, those are horrible.
Tap ins.
Yeah. I mean, no tapping in.
So
tapping out.
I just want to help paint pictures for people and then make that available to all the friends you want to follow and stuff, right? And so I think it becomes a social engagement platform for everybody. And now at this level, like, you know, it can be used in a lot of different regions for people at different levels. Like a pro can use it to gauge where you're at and tell you where you need, they can help you. And it's not just, hey, send me a video for them. You know, it's like, I can see a profile here.
And it's funny you say that because pros do care, because I remember watching this doubles thing the other day that they were doing, you know, Jomez Pro, and they were having a conversation with Gannon, and they were saying like, well, you know, sometimes if I can mark it and it puts me in circle 1, I like to mark it and put myself in circle 1 so I can pad my C1 stats. Right. And then, you know, so they're looking at that stuff. They're looking at the C1, C2 stuff just as much, because I mean, that's what they do, right? They get to a level where they already know they're good. So it's like, they are looking, especially like Gannon, I'm sure he's always looking at ways to get better. That's a great representation of how to do that and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of tying into some of the, I noticed on some of the social media platforms that you have some people that are representing your product or.
Yeah, I ended up building a team. You know, it was a bit of an experiment, you know, but, you know, I was going to start trying to run Facebook ads and like Instagram ads for it. And I'm just not really, I mean, it's something we're going to have to tap into as a business a little bit later, right? Like, I think you have to.
Especially at the rapid growth.
Yeah, but at the beginning, like, I've just always kind of had the dream of, like, if I ever build a product or a disc golf product, like, I used to be a skateboarder too, right? I was like, if I ever get something, like, I would want to, like, sponsor a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this case, what happened was, it kind of happened where, like, you hear the pros, like, the payouts were dropping, right? And a lot of people lost their sponsors over the break or whatnot because, you know, it's pulling back the market and stuff for disc golf. And so I was like, you know what? Like, let's see if we could get some cool people on a team, put them together, get boots on the ground, and maybe I can help fund, you know, maybe maybe it gets them to the next stop. Maybe it's one more meal.
Absolutely, because it's definitely grassroots. I mean, we're not talking thousands of dollars, but I mean, at that point on the pro tour, like.
Kind of talking thousands of dollars now with entry fee.
No, I'm talking about like anything helps at that level.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, anything else. Yeah.
Because there's so much costs incurred. I mean, their sponsors give them so much, and the contracts have since been scaled back.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, definitely hear you.
Yeah, I mean, we dispersed. A lot of local homies, people who just reached out and who were helping me at the beginning, so did that, and then reached out to I don't know if y'all know Ava Lutsenko. She's like a 13-year-old, and she just started playing actually on tour. She played like the Supreme Flight.
That's familiar.
Yeah.
But
She did play Street Fight. She did pretty good.
Yeah. She would come out on my algorithm a lot because I like like Silas Schultz's editing, like it's clean and stuff, right? So a lot of that stuff. So her editing, which it's her dad, but like I figured it was apparent, right? But like the editing was clean and stuff, and I was like, dude, this is the vision of like what I would want, right? And so like, why don't I reach out to her? That was the first kind of reaching out of San Antonio. So I reached out, and they were interested, and it was her dad, and we got on a call, and I got to meet both of them. And her dad, shout out Val Lutsenko, really awesome guy, man. He was like, man, I'm interested. Like, how can I help you? So he helped me put a lot of edits together and stuff. He introduced me to kind of the squad of like young FPO players because Ava knows a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So he knew like MJ Gager. MJ Gager. They knew Shelby Cohen from MVP.
Oh yeah, her too.
And then they knew.
She won MA1, right?
Yeah.
And then
they knew, she's friends with Kingz. So.
Oh yeah, it's a great
Kingz Verge, yeah.
It's a future.
So like I messaged them. He messaged like MJ, and then I reached out to like Shelby, because I was like, well, I already got this group going. I feel like I got like a little niche, right? Versus like reaching for like the people who don't need it, like Paul Macbeth or like Calvin Heimberg.
Yeah.
There are probably people like, I'm not saying that they don't need the funds, but like. They're probably not trying to figure out how to get to their next stop.
Sure.
Like they're gonna play the tour, you know what I mean?
And they're at the stop.
I mean, I saw Paul Macbeth driving up in a Ferrari the other day, so like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need my, one entry or whatever. Nothing against them, but I'm just saying like we're grassroots, like whatever. So let's go and help the people who are trying to start and who need the money to get to their next stop. So anyway, getting back to your question, who did I get? I ended up getting in contact with all of them. Cadence was a great pickup. I chatted with Mason Ford. Mason was just like, I'll help you. You don't even have to worry about anything, right? Like, I'll just help you. Like, what do you want, right?
Mason's a good guy.
Yeah, Mason's just a nice guy, right? So, like, so we picked up Mason, and then from there, picked up some Texas locals, Ruiz, Peterson.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing good. He had the most events played last year, from my understanding.
Yeah, he had a ton.
We played a lot. I felt like almost every event.
Every tournament I looked at, Northeast, Southwest, I was like, dang, Ruiz has this one too. It's good though. The kid's good. I played with him. He has a strong overall game. I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, for sure. So I picked up a bunch of these guys. Low barrier to entry here. Didn't ask for a lot, but not like in a. Just like being honest, like we me and my wife talked about it, and we committed several thousand to these players. So like not each, we ain't that one, but like total the bucket, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't offering them $20, right? So like
you would hope it'll come full circle in some way or another, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, cool. But I mean,
to be honest, I didn't need to do that, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of the dream of like what I envisioned us to be, and I'm hoping we can create a sustainable product that allows us to expand on that program. Oh, and I got a shout out, like we picked up Logan.
Yeah.
So shout out to Logan Blake. He's out there on tour. He's doing the big thing out there. So shout out to our local.
You'll see more of Logan. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And then even on the podcast, hopefully. So
yeah.
We'll get to those later. But yeah,
for sure.
Big thing. Lock it in right now.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So it's been good, and we got some gear going out to them soon. It's been a little bit of a hassle. Like, I've been like promising, like, shirts are coming, patches are coming. It's been.
It takes time.
Yeah. So you were just at the expo. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I went to the South. Man, it was pretty awesome, man. We got to meet a lot of people.
So you met somebody that we know mutually now.
Yeah,
one of our sponsors, Fam LLC.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, they were telling me they know you.
Yeah. So they're one of our sponsors. check them out too.
Out of Michigan.
And they're one of our sponsors for the podcast, so just shout out to them. But they were just one of many. There were so many people.
So many people, man.
Made it. They invited us, but I had my daughter, and I was like, man, we can't go. We just can't go. But how was that experience? Have you been to one of those expos?
Never.
So like, tell us.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's like kind of random because like I showed up. We got there at not even the convention. Like showed up in the like 1 in the morning. We pulled into Dallas, me and my wife.
Oh, was it like Friday?
Friday. Like we got there like 1 in the morning, right? And I go in and like right as I walk in to check in, Ricky Wysocki's like there 1 in the morning holding a disc, like talking to somebody. Like what? Right? Yeah, and then I go upstairs and like Sophia Donica like is walking down the yeah, building a fire. Yeah. This was pre
stick gate.
This is pre stick gate.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, anyway, we set up and you know we kind of did it small because we didn't really know what to expect. But man, a lot of people came up to meet us. You know, we got some engagement there. I think
surprising engagement.
Yeah, the most surprising engagement.
Yeah, like that came up to speak with you or anything.
Like, you know,
this is the best. This is the best engagement, right? And it wasn't like necessarily an average person, like just a goer. I'm sitting there, and a guy walks up to me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm from Tech Disc. Like, I heard about you. PDGA told me about you, and I wanted to chat with you, right?" So we had a whole conversation, and while we're having a conversation, another guy walks up, right? And he's listening. It's an older dude, and some people were doing that, so I didn't know if he was just like trying to say what's up and you know whatnot. And so the Tech Disc guy, we chat for a while, like, hey, you know, we want to work together maybe in the future. I want to do this and that, and you know, etc. Cool. He's a real cool guy. He walks off. I turn, the guy who was watching there, he has a U-Disc sweater on. So I'm like, oh, like, you know, U-Disc, you know, somebody from U-Disc. And I'm like, oh, cool, what's up, man? He's like, hey, how you going? I just wanted to come and meet you. And I was like, oh, cool, like, you work for U-Disc? And he's like, well, I'm the owner of U-Disc. And I was like, oh,
that's crazy.
And I was like, wait, did you just like see me? He's like, no, I heard about you, and I wanted to come introduce myself. And so, yeah, man.
He had intentions of going over there to meet you.
Yes, he intentionally came to like meet me because he had heard about me, and he had heard about us, and so he wanted to come by, and he wanted to just chat. And so, yeah, like we had a good, 20-minute chat, and I was just kind of like, I mean, it felt good. It felt like a little validating to have like someone like that like visit and tell me, and talk a little bit about my product, talk about their journey when they started, and what else we could do to, just, keep solving
you
problems.
could literally help each other get better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead. I'm good.
No, great product, guys. Great product. Kind of tell us where they can find you. You have any merchandise? You have any shirts? I know you talked about shirts, but like how people can find you, like on social media, maybe on the website, on the app. Just kind of shout it out if you don't mind doing so.
Yeah, we're gonna shout us out on Instagram. DG Ratings Lab is our tag, and then that's probably our primary source of communication right now. We're gonna be doing some YouTube content. We will have a shop for some shirts and stuff. People have asked for shirts and patches, which we do have. We're trying to organize all that. And then we're going to open up a shop probably on an Instagram site right now where you can probably buy from there or maybe the website. Those are the best ways to get in contact. And the app, of course, because you can give us feedback through the app. So downloading the app and then messaging us on Instagram, probably the best two ways.
Awesome. So, apologize to you guys. We're probably having some camera difficulties at the moment, but just bear with us. Hopefully you guys can still hear us. But
yeah, give us 2 minutes. We're gonna be right back, just so that we can hear from Eric how you're going to get this app, however you want it. I believe iOS, Android availability, right?
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yeah, iOS is available already today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the Android. I was like, he's hating on Android.
So when we come back, we'll be talking about, the DGBT and some of the things that big events that are coming up and some of the.
Stay tuned. Grab a drink real quick. We'll be right back.
So what do you want to get into?
Yeah.
So I think we're back. We've made some adjustments, and we got to do everything on the fly apparently. So, but this is a learning curve for us, and it's definitely beneficial to try things out, which we did. Technology, you never know.
And cool thing this season, you'll get to enjoy some good commercials from different sponsors. Kind of get to know some of the local brands that we've worked with. Who our sponsors are. We're just trying to grow the sport, right? So we're trying to introduce a lot of everyone to people who've never heard of them. So should be exciting things to come. Real quick though, we just wanted Eric to finish off with letting us know again where you can find them, how you can find them. Again, if you haven't heard of Disc Golf Ratings Lab, you're going to, especially after this. I can imagine you're going to run to your phone, anything like that. It's exciting, but again, I'm excited to see it grow and where it's here. Where it continues to go year after year. But Eric, take it away.
Yeah, so the app itself, it's a website first, so dgratingslab.com. And then, of course, we're an iOS app, so you can find us in the App Store today. Yep. Completely free. By the way, we have a pro tier, but it's completely free. And then the Android app, I'm applying again today, so hopefully by next week that'll be live and out for your Android users to go ahead and grab it. I'd prefer everybody to start using the official app as opposed to the website. Website can be like, if you just need to log on or whatnot. But yeah, iOS and Android very soon.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these things because again, I would love to always get the notification. You beat Rob again. You beat Rob again. So hopefully that's.
Hey, it hasn't been happening all the time. I'm just saying. So, but no, definitely, talking about the season coming up, and just shifting to we're back into the swing of things. The new season has started for the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Hopefully, you guys have been watching. There's been some exciting that opened up with the Supreme Flight in Florida a few weeks ago. And our boy Logan Blake, he went over there.
Shout out to Ricky and Ondo.
Yeah, they took that down.
One of the two of the more veteran players, and they're just still banging it out, man.
Paulie Beth's course, it was a solid course. Is it Olympia or Olympus?
Olympus.
Yeah, it used to be the go down the mountain course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gone through a lot of changes, and I think I like what they've done with that course, and heard a lot of good things coming out of that tournament. And but one of the things that I guess it doesn't really matter, but I think it kind of tells to the grassroots side of the thing. But I saw Own that she was auctioning off her trophy or something like that.
That's kind of
but Own she I don't know if you know about Own, but she does a lot of work with her family. She's really close with her family. A lot of that money goes with her family and stuff like that.
They do say I remember them saying that she sends money back home.
Yeah, but not only that, but it kind of speaks to the type of money that may be in disc golf or maybe not in disc golf, because she does in California. I don't know.
In my opinion, she doesn't have any more room.
I heard she did it. Yeah, I heard it's because she said she didn't have any more room. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That was interesting. But I wish I would have known that would happen, because I would have tried to throw a bit out there.
I think so for
I won this.
How much did it sell for?
When I had saw it last, it was at 700. So I'm not too sure what but you think about it for.
What was the trophy?
It was a.
Wasn't the sword one? That was his past.
No, it was a white.
I don't know. Was it a chess piece?
It was a pillar, right? It wasn't a chess piece. No, definitely
wasn't
a chess
ceramic or anything like that. But
that was last year.
It sold, and maybe she doesn't have room, but in the back of my head, I'm like, man, is it harder to get on tour now? I mean, is it harder to keep up with the tour now with the travel, the lodging?
She's sponsored by everybody.
I feel like it wasn't money motivated.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. We're talking about.
I'm very
We're talking
curious.
about
I was very
own.
curious.
Like we're talking about own. Like I feel like
she won Worlds and Masters.
I feel like there's certain players,
last year,
and I don't know. That's just my thing. But there's certain players who don't pay for much when it comes to playing on tour. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Paul Macbeth, Calvin Heimberg, you know, Owen, Wysocki. Like, they're not. I mean, they're paying for gas. Maybe they're paying for flying. They're paying for gas. They're paying for maybe food, but they're not paying for entry. You know, they're not paying. You know, they're not paying for discs. They're not paying for gear. They're not paying for any of that.
Yeah,
so, you know, I don't know necessarily that there's money.
I was very curious about that. I mean, just that's one of the things that stood out to me. Like, and I was like, I love Owen. She's one of my favorite players. And Ricky's one of my favorite players.
Super nice.
Well. She's such a sweet person.
He mimics his game up.
No, here we go. No, that's the flutter putt, right?
Yeah.
There we go. No, so getting to the Big Easy, the first time that they've had their tournament, and they showed out. And
what do you think of the course? I mean, I was talking with Logan today, and he was just saying it's just a different like ball game, right? Like it really is. And obviously, I mean, I thought Logan did great. Logan didn't think Logan did great, but that's going to always be every player at that caliber of level, you know? Or,
And I think it had something for every player there, and I think they did a lot of unique things there. But I think one of the, John Hawk, I think that's how you say his name. If I said it wrong, my apologies. Right? So I heard his commentary of what his vision was for that course. And then the city got behind it, man. They built whatever they want. The city of Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, like outside of New Orleans, one of the parishes, I can't remember which parish it was, but you know, it was swamp before, and the cypresses are just huge. But the grass, I mean, it plays different,
right?
Because you're not going to get a whole lot of.
They're saying like no skip.
You can get stuck under roots, and you know you get relief certain areas, and certain places you don't. So
land on a snake.
Yeah, I mean underneath it, you would get relief because there's snakes.
I was seeing players poking the hose before they.
I would too. I get bit by something. You know what I mean? Or alligator. Here we go. No, but speaking of the course, like you know, it was fun to watch people struggle. Really was. And to shoot not ridiculous hot scores and to see like a 6-under be like, man, that was hot. But you know what surprised me? It was the ratings were not what I thought they would be. And I know we keep talking about ratings, but they're all relative. But you would think a course like that, like, you know, that 10 down that Ricky shot in the second
should have been over 1100.
I thought it was going to be over 1100 for sure. So when it came in like a 1080, 1070 or whatever it came in out, I was surprised. So it challenged the best players in the world.
Yeah. I mean, that might have been because, you know, it was the first time, right? So, like, you know, really don't have.
Tear it up the next
don't really have that history.
Or the next. It got better.
I just meant like the ratings in general, right? There's not like a basis, you know what I mean? Where you have.
Right, there's not enough data there.
There's not enough data there, right? But yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, I think everybody saw Gannon's like his comments
there's
on
no
like.
fairways.
Yeah, it's not like, it's not fairways, it's just not fair. And, you know, honestly, like, it was refreshing to see the pros struggle. Like it was very refreshing. Like
they're human.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know I'm tired of seeing like -30, like when mesh stones and like all those come up, I'm like, okay, I watch them here and there. But this one, I was locked in on.
Yeah, I was locked in too because I think one of the things that engaged me, like what you're alluding to, it sounds like you're alluding to, is that they actually had to play. They had to be strategic about what they did.
Yeah.
Am I going for it off the tee? Am I not? This is not like some of these long courses that are tough where you can pitch out and they can still throw 500 upshot and still get par.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I think to work for
when the course designer, what I heard in his commentary is like, circle 2 is going to be where it's at.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. Even if you throw 2 good shots, you're looking at circle 2 shots outside of 32, 33.
And you heard pros say like, if I throw 2 good shots and I'm not putting, like, I don't like that. But I think we're getting a little spoiled here, right? Where it's like, all I got to do is, like, execute these 2 shots or execute this one really good shot, and I'm good, right? Yeah. And, like, this changed everything. And honestly, it's just a shift, right, a mentality. So I think next year they're going to improve it a little bit more, pros are going to be like, oh, I adjust here. And I think you'll start to see more courses start to do this.
Sure.
So I hope it turns into one of the regular stops, and I hear that it's going to. I don't know.
It will. It earned the respect.
And I think the people of Louisiana, I mean, it's just the community in general, like they're dying for it. Like it seemed like they turned out. I mean, it's not like Europe, but they turned out.
Yeah.
And they turned that course around in months, not like years. Like it was the city they moved a pond, they built a pond for him. They put pads.
The course didn't exist, right?
No, it didn't exist at all. It was a swamp. It was like they did it very quickly. So he worked with the city and collaborated with the city and stuff like that. So
and it gave me this feel too, right? Like you were just talking about it right now, where it was like we're getting a little spoiled, right? Or like I can remember back to an end where it was like, man, you know what? I just want to be at par. Par is where it's at right now. Right. It was like I'm trying so hard for the bird, I lose track of it, I start getting bogeys, and it's like seeing that happen, but at this level.
Yeah.
It's like kind of going back to that am where it's like you kind of start thinking differently. Like, hey, par is going to play on this hole because other people are going to bogey it, double bogey it.
Yeah, I think some of the elites are not used to getting beat up.
Right. And you
like,
they
I mean, they have a bad round. They're like, oh, have a bad round. That happens. But this was different. This was you getting beat up by the course, not like you having a bad round.
Like, it was almost not doable, and they didn't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like, especially Gannon, right? Because he's getting pushed to his limit. It's like, I could imagine, in his head, and he's young, right? In his head, he's thinking like, well, if I can't get it, no one can get it, right? So it's like pushing that. It's that mind game again with them, right? So like this course isn't just about skill; it brings that mind game into play.
You have to have
like,
a strong
oh man, I'm out of birdie position. I'm playing for par now. Man, I hit early, and now you hit early there, birdie's out of the question.
Yeah,
you're not birdie.
You're probably not even gonna get par.
Maybe not even par, and I think that's the whole mind game that course plays on the pros. And it's good to see. It's fun.
As much as he talked about it though, like Gannon, that is. He showed up, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
He stayed in it.
Like he stayed. He fought.
Always stayed in.
And he said, "I'll adjust and I'll make it happen." You know what I mean?
And I think as you saw,
bro's a dog.
Yeah,
he's a dog, dude.
I would have fell it apart, bro. I would have fallen apart.
Bro, yeah, I would have completely been opposite. Like, and you know what? Like, shout out to Ricky though, man. 2 tournaments in a row. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what was it? Yeah,
I thought he was gonna take it down. I really thought he was gonna run away with it at the end.
But think 2 years ago, right? We weren't hearing about Ricky a lot.
You rivalry, man.
Right? And then he kind of hopped back on, and then like he came on strong this year. So it's like, dang.
I think he's gonna be there all year. Honestly, I think he's gonna be there all year. Same, obviously, he's gonna be there. My boy Isaac Robinson.
Isaac's always gonna be in the equation. What that leads me to think about. So we have a couple tournaments coming up, right? Big Easy was good. Stickgate. I mean, think of what you want. Obviously, we know the rules. Ricky came out, publicly apologized. I mean, you can't judge the guy or either.
I think it's just a heat of the moment thing.
It is.
Yes,
I mean,
I think so.
It was up here, and it's against someone he wants to beat. Period. You know what I mean?
But I don't think it was intentional. I think he
got lost in the moment.
I think he got lost in the moment and went into like just.
Do I agree with what he did? Do I agree? He
just
should have been stroked. Honestly,
he should.
think he should have been stroked.
Hey, but you know what?
Chime in on the comments.
Chime in on the comments.
But I mean, to call him, I saw some nasty stuff out there on social media. Like, there's no need for that.
No.
Yeah, there's some nasty stuff out there, but really, like that he did it intentionally, that he's a cheater, this and that. I don't believe that. I think he's got good character. I think he got caught up in the moment, and I think he doesn't get a pass. He admitted, but I think where the biggest thing is when Gannon asked him like point blank, like, did you do that? And I think he was just kind of asking like,
but here's the thing: why did Gannon wait till the next hole to say anything?
And
why did he needed to say something?
He's young and he knew what he was doing, right? He knew. Ultimately, he could have left it alone, right? It could have never
been called on him multiple times.
Sure, yeah,
for the exact same thing for his caddy.
Did do that. Yes, but side note, I think Gannon's playing the game, right? He knew it was a tight race, and think about it, like if you say little comments to someone on the next tee pad, it's like it kind of like gets in that person's head a little bit, and it seemed like it might have, right?
Well, he went on round.
Yeah,
was it 18 or
17?
Yeah. And I think it had a lot. I mean, it was a lot of psychological warfare. It really is, and it messes with Gannon when they call him on time for his putting, for his extensions and stuff like that. But I think what really encapsulated this is the fact that spring, the tour director was there, and I think it brings a bigger question to like, if you're there and you see it and you don't call it, how do you expect the players? Because you saw Isaac. he's like, I didn't see anything, kind of thing. Like and then he chimes in later on social media, ball don't lie. Like, okay, did you see it? Did you not? I mean, okay, which one was it? Did you not just want to call a legend out?
Yeah, that Marshall that did call it on Kristen one time and did call it on.
So I mean, it's just consistency, and I think
it's gonna be tough, man.
With the game, it's a growing pain.
It's because it's such a like in basketball, just like in basketball and football, in other sports, soccer, like the refs, like that's normalized. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get called. Those are gonna be close calls or whatever.
And you just listen.
It's the courtesy aspect of golf that makes it difficult because
people don't like conflict and people
don't like conflict, and it's also a very quiet environment. It's not very aggressive. People aren't in there. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I mean, in golf, some of them are scared to call you out in golf. So it's like I think it's just part of like the etiquette part, right? Like it is golf etiquette, but at the same time, people still do this because it's disc golf. It's fun, right? It isn't like no one's trying to build rockets or nothing like that. So it's like everyone's trying to have fun still. And yes, it's for money competition, but like in reality, right? Something like that didn't really change. I mean, obviously he ended up losing, right? So.
And I think, I think he's going to learn a lot from this. I think he's going to come back stronger, and I think Gannon's always just going to be there. But it was no coincidence that course produced the best players in the world, and those same players that were up there. You know, Gannon, Ricky, Isaac. Who else was up there?
I mean, Luke Taylor. He was up there, man.
Some of those players it was premium for placement. It was premium for hitting those lines, and I think the big power people, they were there. All those people who had power, and Isaac, they talk about his distance
too. Have power that weren't there, so it plays to a lot of people.
And I think it allowed a lot of variance between the skill set, but because you could still go over the top.
You gotta go forehand, backhand, turnover, pick your favorite, and a lot of holes you were able to do that. But moving forward, right? That tournament did exactly what I feel every tournament the rest of the year should do, and it's bring drama. Bring
excitement,
challenge players, make stick-gate a theme because that's how high the tensions are at that point in time, right? You know what I mean? But now we got the Queen City Classic, right? Just about everyone signed up there, and not only do we want to kind of talk about the tournament itself, but we've been gone so long. There's no more Kristen right now. Some of the people who were at the top when we were here 2 years ago, they're kind of not there no more.
It's not 2 years, remember?
A year and a half.
Oh, I don't even know. At this point, I don't remember.
We'll say a season ago. But a season ago, right, we had people in different levels, and now you got people coming up from FPO, MPO. So, I want to talk about, who we think is going to be dominant this season. Obviously, you got Burr. He's going to always be up there. Wasaki's going to be up there.
He's going to make a move.
Your Macbeths. So, we don't really got to expect that out of them because for me, I still think that they're all at a high level of playing. Calvin, everything like that. We're going to expect to see them top 10. But who do we see coming up? And then again, Queen City Classic coming up. Who's going to kill it there?
So, obviously, Isaac, I'm not going to talk about those main names, but I will talk about Joey Buckets. I think that guy is just solid. He's just got such a solid game. And Luke Taylor's going to be there. We have what's the FPO, the new FPO player? She's solid at
Which one?
There's a lot of solid FPO.
Oh,
yeah, Sophia
Donica. But a person who's kind of I feel like she really wants to be back up there, and she's kind of always been on the scene. Lisa Fakis, man.
I know that's been insane.
Yeah, she's been doing good. She's been
insane.
Top 5 or she was second place or something.
Yeah. I think her putting is pretty solid. It really helps, whatnot.
When I first started out, I played the Lone Star Classic. I remember we were taking that down, and me and my brother played that. It was like a big B tier.
She's gonna finish top 10,
and I think in points she will finish in top 10. And I think that's where I first met her. I was like, oh, I didn't know her. You meet people, but I was like, man, she's a solid player. And from seeing her form, because I saw her throw a little bit, and seeing her now, she's two totally different players. And I think that speaks to a lot of the work she's probably put in.
For sure. And again, with the same thing as MPO, FPO, you're going to see Owen Scoggs at the top, Holland Halley at the top. But ultimately, I would say there's even more FPO players coming up, proportionally than what MPO is, because now you got Cadence, Burge, you have people like Jennifer Smiley, Annika Steen, Sophia Donica, Eliezer Medley, we could keep going.
Logan Blake.
on the MPO side of things. Yeah, and then another kid, man. You know who I actually just played with this past summer, and it was like I was pretty wowed by his game, man, because I was like, dang, like I can't wait to get to MP40 because I cannot hang with these MPOs, bro.
Robert Garza.
Yeah, no, I played with Jaden Rye, bro.
Oh yeah,
His game is smooth, and I think he's already top 15, top 20 in PDGA points this year.
Really?
Yeah, so he's killing it right now. So that's he's someone I would love to get on the show. Kid's a cool kid. He bombs, he putts well. And his attitude is just super positive. That's why he's.
I think he played the Hill Country Classic, right? Dude, I heard he eagled
one. I was on the card with him.
Yeah, he did that roller on 4. He eagled 4 with a roller.
He ended up getting so he
tooted.
He was by
No way.
Yeah, I was on his card. He was by the trees right there.
The longs.
And
you know the one that has the Mando, you got to go around and it's by the gate?
Oh,
he went around the mat, and then he air shotted the island on 18.
Yeah, that I can see. The
parked
roller
it?
is probably more impressive.
Yeah, no,
He parked it?
He was like 35 out, hit the eagle. So then after we played 18, he
on
went
the
to
elevator basket.
He went back
with
to
the crookedness of it.
He went back to back eagles. Yeah, it was insane, bro. But
With the hornet's nest.
Yeah.
What is the long from there? What is the long? It's like
from which one?
from the long. It's
5 or 18, right?
18.
18.
It's like 528.
So it plays a little uphill. I would put it close to 550.
Yeah.
And so, but impressive player. I think we're going to see a lot of him on the tour this year. I think I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for him. And then I'm also a big fan of Ezra. I think he's coming up every year.
Robinson or
Ezra Robinson. I mean, Aderholt's kind of going to be in the. I mean, I will say, I'm always surprised he's not in the mix more. Because I feel like him and Gossage get a lot of playing time on some of these courses, and I would expect to see them. But like I said, the talent is there where anyone could come.
I think Gossage is going to have a big year. I really do think Gossage is going to have a big year.
I hope so because he's on MVP now.
Yeah.
But I guess
that usually does happen when you switch sponsors. You kind of focus more on your plastic, and I think
it just seems like
that too. But I think
like they're very high level players. It just seems like it's very difficult for them to put it all together in a weekend. You know what I mean? Like for Aderholt last year, his win, like it just finally came together. And for them, I feel like they're the players where it's a matter of time where they will put it together. But will they do it consistently? Probably not. But will they be, top 20, top 10? Yes. Like, you know what I mean?
So before we get out of here, right? Like I said, Queen City coming up right after that, and first major of the year. Who's the next in line for the major? FPO and MPO. What do you think?
Ooh.
I think Paul's going to win one this year.
Think so?
I really do think he's going to win one this year, and I think Ricky's going to win one this year.
Yeah.
Those are like two obvious ones, but not.
FPO, what do you think?
FPO, I think Missy's going to take at least one or two.
Why, of course.
I really do.
Yeah.
Who has the most potential to get the first major?
Candace.
I think Cadence.
Cadence,
yeah. I think Cadence. I really want to see her push through. She's consistent.
I think it's going to be her year, bro. And that's just because, I don't want to see her strive more than other FPOs, even though I do. But you know who I always wanted to see up there, man, and deserves it? Like, she just needs a win. Who do you think?
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember her name.
He's not going to know. Rebecca Cox, bro.
Yeah.
She deserves a win, bro. She's like Natty O of FPO.
Dude,
I'm not there yet.
I really like Rebecca Cox, but man, like I've been watching her a lot. Like I've been seeing a lot of her off-season game and like this one and
her working out and everything.
Yeah. But like, man, her putting is struggling right now. Like that and I could tell it's mental.
Oh yeah.
Because she putts fine, but as soon as these moments get like really high tension, she has a very nose down putt and she's short. And it's very mental. You can tell. Like it's tough, man. Because that's my game too. Like,
same, yeah.
I'm all mental.
Yeah. Everything. I could go hundreds of feet in 2 shots, and then the last 15 feet, like Rob said earlier, it's a struggle right now, man.
Yeah.
But Eric, who do you got in mind for this year? Who's gonna be killing it? Who's the major? Who's gonna win the major?
I want to see Paul Kranz like get something. Like I've seen a lot of him like I've seen a lot of him in a lot of content and just on the course and stuff. I mean, not that I've seen on the course, but I mean like when you do see clips of him, great player, solid game. Just he's got to put it together a little bit more, and I think he'll be there. But he's strong, man. He can hang with the best of them. And then if I have to do like a big name, man, I feel bad. I still feel so bad for Simon, man. Like I just want. because we all love Simon. Like I think most people love Simon, but it's just like, man, the dude can't put it together. And I think he's like in his head too. You know what I mean? Simon cares a lot, and he's probably maybe overly aggressive at times. But I hope it would be nice to see
together. Probably in a major or an elite.
It would be great to see him make a run at that. You know what I mean?
I will say I think I haven't heard a lot of him this year, and he kind of like he just hasn't been there. But I think Barella's going to get himself a major this year.
Yeah.
I think he'll pull it out. He's just too good of a player not to. I mean, but I also, and then my boy Hammer, he's going to get another one. Rob doesn't think so. He's going to say Isaac again.
I think Isaac will.
But yeah, Cadence has been a favorite of mine, man. Like I said, I think her game is just super strong. There's some other strong people out there.
The latitude.
She's ice cold, dude.
Yeah,
she's like nothing affects her. You know,
I tell you.
Or she's really good at internalizing it if it does. Because I've seen sometimes she's hit something, she's like,
yeah.
But then like next row, it's like nothing happened.
Yep. And
you know, I'd be off on crying on the side.
I'm starting to see Evelina back too. I've been seeing put-in videos of
oh
her.
Yeah.
Is it not AI? Do you think it's AI?
No. I will say though, Evelina,
nothing matters.
She's a solid player. If she put it together, like nobody would touch it.
Skip, but the thing is, like Evelina, I feel like practice does not matter for her.
Yeah,
it's can you do it in the game? It's a mind game for Evelina.
Yeah,
so it's like
all put outside.
I bet she can. I can bet you.
She's got all the skills.
She'll make 100 putts in a row all day for a week, and then show up and miss every. You know what I mean? It's.
But I'm rooting for her.
But I am rooting for her.
Like they say, right? Repetition builds the confidence. So
yeah,
hopefully that's the case. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the year. We're gonna have some great hosts, great guests. Great hosts. We are great hosts. We're gonna have some great guests coming on. We wanted to just start off with a bang with Eric. We think this golf rating lab it's huge, and I think it's gonna get bigger. I think everyone's gonna end up using it at one point or another. So that's exciting to see. I always like to see a year down the road, like where are we going to be? Let's have Eric back on. Let's see where it's at now. He's probably going to be like in a tuxedo and pulling up in a Ferrari, like calling band.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm excited to see it, especially. And I just want to throw an early shout out. He's expecting his second kid on the way. Shout out to I'm really hoping that everything goes well, smooth delivery, healthy, everything like that. So let's all pray for that for him, and let's make sure that happens.
So shout outs to a few people.
Sponsors.
To our sponsors, but first of all, our families. Thank you so much for our families, our significant others. And,
allowing us to do this.
Allowing us, and the man behind the camera running all the stuff,
Mr. Jory.
Jory, say what's up. What's up? So, no, thank you.
Trust me, guys, there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. And he figures it out. And we only have to pay him in beer, y'all. So
no, thank you to my brother, Hollywood Dave. He's not here at the moment, but our sponsors, definitely one of our new sponsors for the year, Disc Golf Ratings Lab, Disc Fam.
Check out the commercials that we have coming.
And then Disc Kingz Disc Golf, and then we have my sponsor, Gateway. That's another person that I forgot, Chandler Kramer. I think that dude's going to be coming a lot. So he did some crazy things, but I think shout out to Dave McCormick at Gateway, and we hope to have some fun guests and bring some local talent. And
we'll have our sponsors on later too. Disc Fam, we're hoping we can get them remote. Luke and Christina, we played with them this past and met them this past winter time. We actually played like a snow ice round, which I'm pretty sure they're used to that. We're not used to that, yeah. And then he gave it to me somehow. But not in that way. I should never said that.
Whoa.
But anyway, great people. I'm waiting to see how they grow. I've been with them for almost 3 years now. Rob has been with them for about a year, and they've continued to elevate their game. So look them up, discfam.net. They have the latest gear. They have jerseys.
They have a lot of whatnots on there.
A lot of whatnots to look forward to as well. They love selling discs. So look them up. But shout out to them who always stand behind us, and we look forward to helping them grow. And then for me, Disc Kingz as well. Honestly, Disc Kingz is the reason why I played disc golf. I met these guys from the second I put a disc in my hand, so I always appreciate them standing behind me. Other than that, we're excited for the rest of the season. And please leave comments. Let us know what you want to hear, who you want to see. If there's someone that you can get us in touch with, that let us know. We'll reach. We want to have it again. We do this for free, and we wanted to help everyone build their name. With disc golf and continue to do so. So any way we can help be a part of that, that's stepping stone. We just want to help them.
And thank you so much for bearing with us with the technology and everything. It's going to get better like it did last year. As the season progresses, technology is a wonderful thing, but it's also kind of one of those things where we're at the will of streaming and things like that. So we took a leap of faith and went live. So hopefully the delay is not too crazy, but we really appreciate y'all. And I hope you guys have a good evening. See you later, Alamo City.
Later.
Peace.
Was it over?